The Infinity Gauntlet was an immensely powerful tool, but it had flaws. Too much power to easily given could be disastrous, but a true balance of power requires a stronger hand. In time, it would become known simply as the Annihilus. But for now, we are years before its completion, and it is only a dark dream in Thanos' mind. Thanos, Mad Titan, conqueror of worlds, was not finished yet. Thanos steps out onto the surface, followed by his bodyguard, the supergiant, and surveys the desolate landscape. It glows brightly for a moment, revealing a vast canyon system below them. Soon, the basic structure of the ship is complete, and it is truly a horrifying sight. And for that, Thanos has a truly spectacular prize. While the workers flee, Thanos remains behind, watching the dying star forced into harness. He turns to the side and addresses someone unseen, his voice echoing strangely. He says, "Do not worry, little one. You will have your revenge on those who did this to you. Soon, the entire universe will tremble before us. It is not your life that I wish to end. Oh no, you will live. You will live to serve me aboard my new ship, the Annihilus. Yes, you will make the perfect navigator, guiding it to new worlds and conquests." We pan up as Thanos descends deeper and deeper into the Annihilus, passing through layers upon layers of corridors and chambers. All the while, the ship is alive with activity. Outriders running with weapons at the ready, Chitauri pilots rushing to their stations, and various other alien minions working to prepare the ship for launch. A net of black tendrils shoots out, wrapping around the Overlord and dragging him towards the edge of the platform. The Overlord screams in terror as Thanos continues smiling. He activates the next button on his gauntlet, and the floor beneath the Overlord vanishes, sending him plummeting into the depths of the ship. The Overlord screams again, but his cries quickly fade into the distance. You will show them what it means to defy the Mad Titan. The cameras pan up as Thanos stands on the bridge of the Annihilus, his new flagship, watching the minions below him prepare for departure. But which hero or team of heroes would even stand a chance against this ultimate warship? Post your dream matchups in the comments. If you want to see the Avengers face the Annihilus, hit that like button and subscribe. It is literally the size of a small city, dwarfing the tiny fleeing shuttle. Thanos watches as the Annihilus finally breaks free of the moon's gravity and flies into the black abyss of space. The colossal warship begins to rise up out of the ground, shaking the entire moon as it does. The camera follows, keeping Thanos and the Annihilus in view as they pass between galaxies. Below them, stars shine brightly, but none brighter than the central cannon of the ship, which seems to glow with immense purple energy. On the wall behind the throne, there is an enormous display showing the status of the ship's systems, as well as a view of space beyond the viewport. We see Thanos' silhouette framed by the main cannon as he surveys the world below. With a cruel smile on his face, Thanos says, "So it begins." Thanos takes his place on the throne and surveys his domain. We see Thanos commanding the Hulkbuster, leading a boarding party of Outriders to capture a small star. The scene fades to black. They tear it from the sky and bring it crashing down to the surface of the moon. Behind him, the completed containment reactor shimmers with purple energy. Thanos walks forward, stepping through a portal and vanishing within the colossal warship. It is utterly unlike any ship seen before or since, with an incredibly brutalist, angular design and terrifyingly huge size. Thanos gestures with a finger, and the Overlord immediately kneels before him. Thanos rises from his throne and strides forward, taking a cube-like device from the Overlord and holding it up, then turns and throws it into the waiting hands of an Outrider, who catches it easily with 2 hands. We can barely see the top of it in frame as the camera pans up, dwarfed by the sheer scale of the monolithic warship. Thanos nods, and his ship departs, leaving the supergiant alone on the surface of the moon with orders to begin construction. With these, they begin to form the basic structure of a colossal spaceship. More and more ships arrive, carrying more materials, weapons, and slaves. The light shines directly into the camera, blinding us. Thanos smiles grimly and raises his head to the sky. The Overlord cries out in pain and anger as his flesh begins to burn away, revealing the cybernetic monstrosity beneath. He screams frantically, but no one can hear him as Thanos focuses his power to stabilize the containment field once more. Now, instead of blue, it is an ominous purple, crackling with dark energy. The Overlord continues to scream, his body racked with pain, until Thanos stops focusing his power, causing the containment field to flicker and fade. Entire squads of Outriders march across the landscape, pulling strange, angled slabs of black metal like some kind of dark and terrible Lagan. Thanos looks up at the stars above him and speaks in his deep, booming voice, as though the very universe itself is listening. He says, "Here will be the crucible of power, the forge of my new might. Here, no living thing can interfere." Now that he had seen the potential and true power of the Infinity Stones, he knew to truly reshape the universe in his image, he would need something more. And so began a great project, a dark vision which would take years to build, but whose likes the universe had never seen, nor would ever again see. We see a small fleet of ships fly through a dark nebula, landing on a barren moon, completely devoid of life and light. He gestures with 2 fingers, and the supergiant raises a large blue crystal above her head. For years, Thanos travels the cosmos, conquering world after world, seeking out rare and advanced technology and bending alien races to his will. Each world he conquers adds another layer of power to his growing army, as well as material and knowledge to aid in the construction of the Annihilus. At long last, he returns to his moon base, where the first pieces of his new weapon have already been assembled. We see the supergiant, along with thousands of Chitauri slaves, dragging massive metal girders across the ground and into place. Under Thanos' direct supervision, the Chitauri and Outriders work day and night to construct the vessel, all the while expanding and deepening the canyons beneath it, turning them into a massive network of caverns. But the hull is not even the most important part. The most vital component of the Annihilus is its weapon. Now, under Thanos' direction, the Outriders use advanced Asgardian technology salvaged from their conquest of Asgard to force the captured star into a massive containment reactor, anchoring it in place. Then he turns back to watch the containment field flicker and stabilize, enveloping the burning star in brilliant blue energy. The containment field around the star begins to fail. As the Overlord slowly begins to calm down, Thanos approaches him, kneeling down and speaking softly. Thanos says, "You misunderstand, my friend." The Overlord stares at Thanos, eyes flickering with newfound understanding and malice. We see Thanos standing before the full-scale model of the Annihilus, light shining from its gigantic mouth cannon, illuminating his imposing figure. Behind him, the portal flickers and stabilizes, revealing the interior of the ship. At long last, we reach Thanos' destination, the heart of the ship, where a throne room has been constructed from the melted-down weapons of every king and hero Thanos has defeated. Below him, the ground begins to shake as the portal opens once more, and the captured star, along with its navigator, the Overlord, emerges from the darkness. As Thanos returns to his throne, the Overlord begs for mercy, but Thanos merely smiles cruelly and presses a button on his arm. With the final piece of his new weapon in place, Thanos prepares to depart and begin his final conquest. As the ship slowly leaves the atmosphere of the moon, we begin to see just how large it really is. On Thanos' orders, the ship accelerates, streaking across the cosmos towards its first target. The camera follows as the shadow of the Annihilus falls over a populated planet. For us lies the Annihilus, Thanos' final and greatest masterpiece, capable of destroying planets with a single blow.